Russia's war on Ukraine is now in its 6th month. So how is Ukraine's resistance holding up? For more on that, I reached the former president of Ukraine, Petro Poroshenko, in Kyiv earlier today. Mr. President, you've just returned from the front lines of this war. Ukrainian forces are advancing through Kharkiv in the northeast, pushing to Kherson in the southeast. How would you describe the current state of the war based on what you've seen?
You have a continuous attack of the Russian forces for more than 2,500 kilometers of the front line. I was in Bakhmut. I was in Slaviansk and Kramatorsk on the east, and have an opportunity to support the heroic 24th Brigade who keep in the front there. We're delivering them more than 15 drones quadrocopter, but altogether we deliver 350 drones, 11 armed personnel carrier, more than 200 trucks, and many, many others. And now everybody is soldier. And unfortunately, this is the very tragic week because 2 days ago, the leader of the Brothers in Arms organization, my assistant Gleb Babich, was killed in the Kharkiv region. This night, also my assistant Alexander Pogrebitsky in paratroopers was very heavily wounded in the Kherson region, and we 1 week ago lost the Taras Zherebetsky. And this is happening just with a very close circle of my closest assistants, friends. And this is happening now in Ukraine. But everybody should understand that now this is not only the war of Ukrainian heroic soldiers. This is the war of drones. This is the war of the radio electronic warfare system. This is the war of artillery. This is the war of the anti-aircraft missiles. And still Russia has 10 times more than we have. And even in this situation, we stop Russian offensive operation. We do not give them any chance to take all Donetsk region and Slaviansk and Kramatorsk and Konstantinovka. I was there, and they are full and decisive, not allow Russia to continue the attack. And my main message, we need to receive more weapons, more ammunition, more drones for the immediate counterattack. And I can tell you that Ukrainian soldiers are ready to do that. Despite of the very heavy losses, the moral climate, the combat spirit is very high, and everybody should understand we need to stop this war in the year 2022. We need to throw away Russian troops from Ukrainian soils. We need to de-Putinize Europe.
Okay, I would like to ask you about a commitment that Canada is making. Defense Minister Anita Anand announcing this morning that Canada will assist in training Ukrainian recruits. This is part of a program under the British Army. The British Army has already begun that training. How much of a difference will this make? Certainly this program overall is supposed to be thousands of Ukrainians who will be trained. How much of a difference will that make in this fight?
First of all, when I returned back from the front line today, when I met with Ukrainian soldiers, they asked to tell me two things. First thing, this is the word of gratitude to all Canadian, to all British, to all American, to all our partners for this support. And soldiers exactly know about that. And question number two, that soldiers ask more weapons. I'm very much proud that since the year 2014, when me as a Supreme Commander-in-Chief of Ukrainian Armed Forces create the new army, establish the NATO standard and launch the special program in the Yavoriv training center to prepare with the NATO instructors together, including the Canadian, the special training for Ukrainian armed forces. I want to thank Canada for the participation in the Unifier mission. This is extremely important. But together with the training, we need a training for Ukrainian or retraining for Ukrainian pilots for the F-16. We need retraining the operator of Ukrainian anti-aircraft missiles for the American Patriot. We definitely need to have all these operations should be combined, training and weapon supply. And again, Canada playing an extremely important role for supplying us the weapons, including the 39 personal carrier, which you mentioned before.
In closing, I want to ask you about this question surrounding the turbine that Canada is providing and Nord Stream 1. Canada violated its own sanctions, essentially, to return this turbine to Germany so that Russia could use it in the Nord Stream 1 pipeline. But now Russia is saying, well, no, there's a problem with the sanctions. We don't have the paperwork. We can't take the turbine back. And they're not increasing the flow of fuel. But Canada has nonetheless violated its own sanctions. What would your message be to Canadians and the Canadian government about what ought to be done in this situation?
I have absolutely important experience for 5 years direct negotiation with Putin. And my piece of advice, including piece of advice to the Canadian government, 2 pieces. First, don't trust Putin. That means don't have a negotiation with Putin itself. Putin understands only strength. Putin blackmailing the world, blackmailing Canada, blackmailing Europe. Energy is the instrument, is the pillar of his attack on the whole world. And we shouldn't accept this language of blackmail. And advice number 2, don't be afraid of Putin. We are stronger. Truth is with us. The whole world is with us. Putin has it based on the voting on the General Assembly of the United Nations, only North Korea, the Belarus, and Eritrea. This is just 3 nations in the world are together with him. And we need to de-Putinize the world. We need fully stop Nord Stream 1, fully stop Nord Stream 2. Every single penny which the world pay for the Russian gas or Russian oil, this is transformed to the bombs and cruise missiles against us, against Ukrainian. We shouldn't give him any tiny possibility to do that. On contrary, the sanctions should grow, the embargo should be bigger. We should stop Russian export, especially those who, when he using the commercial vessels for that. And just for your information, that for the last 3 months, $24 billion goes to the Russian treasury, only from the Russian energy resources. 24 billion. This is too much. We need to stop it. I understand how infuriating that can be for you and people in Ukraine. Yet at the same time, I mean, you say stop Nord Stream 1. People in Germany will not be able to heat their homes in the winter if that's the case. So how do you respond to that concern? I hear that for 8 years. And if they need a gas, we have a Ukrainian gas transportation system. And we happily invite all the investors, including investors from Canada, from Germany. I do that since year 2014. Please remember, Nord Stream 2 is not an economic project. Nord Stream 2 is not an energy project. Nord Stream 2 is a military project and political project to destroy Ukraine. That's why if he needs the transportation facilities, we Ukrainians would be more than happy to give them this to Germany. But believe me, and the behavior of Putin after this turbine is best evidence that Putin don't need no turbine, nothing. He want to destroy and kill whole Western world. I want to stress, not Ukraine, but whole Western world, because this is the war, not only against us. This is against you. This is against freedom, democracy, and Putin is a crazy maniac, wanted to destroy all us. And with that situation, it is impossible to find out a compromise, because we Ukrainians want to live. He want to kill us. And this is impossible to find out a compromise with this dilemma.
Okay, we're going to leave our discussion there for today. Thank you so much for your time, Petro Poroshenko.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video.